So in the last video, I did some cosmetic upgrades to my 128 project car. Namely, I removed the big ugly American market bumper. I replaced the original grille with the honeycomb 128 rally style grille that I blacked out. And I installed these basically period correct Italian made Corello driving lights. So the other thing I'm going to do, again in the theme of period correct Italian accessories, is something about the mirrors, or namely mirror. So the car has driver's side mirror, nothing on the passenger side. So I am going to install a set of, again, period correct Italian Vitaloni mirrors. These are the California style. I'm going to try these. These were inexpensive. I found them. I'm going to put those on, see how the visibility is, and then go from there. One of my concerns is the actual location of these, because I want them to be functional. So I'm going to see if putting these in this location works from the seating position. The other thing is, I see people install these and then, because they're adjustable, right? There's like a hinge right there, and you'll see people install them and then like crank them way up. And I just think they look goofy like that. So my idea for dealing with the positioning is there's two holes here already. So I'm going to take the mirror, and I could try mounting it in those locations, but I might, use that hole to mount this further forward, if that works better, and then use like a nutsert tool to put in the other hole. The original mirror is just held on with two Phillips screws. So I have the mirror removed, right? And then what I was going to do from a testing point of view was try to reuse at least one of the existing holes to see if I'm happy with the location. So that would be like the OEM location, but I just tried it forward like this, reusing what was the front hole as the back hole. But when I got in the car, I feel like if I mount the passenger side mirror in that more forward location, it will be obstructed by the quarter window trim on the other side. So I am going to go with the OEM location. And what I'm going to do is use nutserts. So I'm going to put a nutsert in each of these, and then the other side has no holes. I'll measure the location of these holes, make them on that side, and install nutserts on that side as well. So what I have here is a nutsert or rivnut tool. I bought an inexpensive kit on Amazon, and then I bought an extra. It came with, the rivnut inserts, but I bought another kit of just an assortment of just more of them, because I figure I'm going to be using them on projects. So I'm digging into my assortment here. I want to see if anything fits in that hole just right off the bat. Quarter 20, or is a little bigger, so I could just drill it out and be done with it. 20, small. Let's go to the metrics. So this is an N6, which is pretty hefty. I don't want to go that big. N5. That might be the guy. Maybe an M5. Right there. How about that? So here we go. I put on the M5 head. I will do a whole nother video on how these nut insert tools work, rib nut, whatever you want to call it. But I'm threading in the M5. And then I'm going to squeeze. There you go. It's in, looks tight. Just gonna go there. And I'm gonna take this screw out to mount this base correctly. There you go, screw came out. You carefully separate the pieces. And what happens on these mirrors, when you take that out, it exposes the second screw hole. And now I can mark that hole. So what's nice about this is I'm reusing the back hole. I have to make a new hole for the front, but the front part of this is concealing the existing front hole. So use my center punch. So that's an M5 bolt. I'm gonna go buy actual M5 screws, like a tapered screw, so it'll fit in nicely. But I just want to make sure that all fits the way it's supposed to. That does. Again. So here's another M5 riv nut. I got my step drill. I'm going to do another. Just make sure I get a nice hole for the hole punch. Perfect. Bigger, one more step. One more. Should be it. There we go. Yeehaw. You could do this while it's off. There's no reason to be doing this. And then squeeze. Again, these aren't the right bolt or screw rather. But there you go. The other important thing I got to do now is make these two holes on that side. So I got some measuring to do. Potentially make like a template would probably be really easy as well. So since I have my two mounting locations where they need to be, I was going to take some measurements off the leading edge of the door, stuff like that. I'm just going to do this actually a lot easier. I'm going to make a cardboard template. So what I'm going to do is basically going to mount it here, mark the piece of trim here, and then mark the holes themselves. One, two. All right, and this is the back edge of the piece of trim. We'll go to the other side and transfer this. So here's the template I made on the other side, and now for it to work on this side, I have to flip it. And that's the alignment. These are the two little tick marks I made that correlate to the piece of trim. And there are my holes. So just like that, I'm gonna go one, oops, one, and two. I got my two little marks, or my marks, so here we go. My step here. Oh. she is. Let's see this one. Just a little thing. I don't think, if you come in here with like a really long drill, the window's down. So if I, went in here with a regular drill bit and went right through the metal, I could be hitting the window and cracking the glass. So just, if you want to be extra safe, keep the glass off whenever you're drilling holes in your door. One more. Okay. Oh, one more. I'm just gonna put one of the riv nuts in there. I already threaded one onto the tool. Okay, so in it goes. So that's it. So those are in. Now it's a matter of going and getting the right type of screw, which I don't happen to have. So I am going to run out to the hardware store real quick, get those fasteners, come back and mount and adjust the mirrors. So here's a close-up look of the two inserts mounted on the body. So now I'm going to take my mirror, remove the one screw there, which separates the base from the stock, and then mount the base using the two holes and the little mounting gasket and the hardware I purchased. So I'm quickly removing the base from the rest of the mirror. So I removed the base from the mirror, taking the little gasket that the mirrors came with, little seal, putting it around the base itself. Starting the screws basically through the base. Okay, so the rubber seal is on it. And we're gonna start these right into the inserts. I'm gonna do them, I'm gonna start each one just to make sure I got the spacing correct, which looks good. There it is. They're tight, right, and done. So here it is, back on the ground with the mirrors. Again, just trying to go with, like, a period correct accessory. So it's got the Vitaloni style Californian mirrors, which are really easy to install, especially using the like the riv nuts. I may play with the angle of them, to let them down a little further, but I'll play with that and make sure the view is good using both. But making a little progress on the 128. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and check out the playlist related to this little car.